Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are putting the new tires on, and you might like my rig. I thought I'd share this with you guys. I thought you'd appreciate it. So I never could get a front stand to work right. I guess I could buy another pit bull, but those are kind of expensive. So had this old cart from work, just took the wheels off, propped it up a little bit, make it a little bit taller, slid it underneath, and then you attach the rails, and then with some straps you just raise it up one side then the other side till the front wheel's off the ground, and there you are. So it works, and while I've got everything off, I'm gonna give it a good clean, and then we're gonna pop the new tires on. The heavens opened up on me last time, and it might do again today. Got the tires done. I like them. They feel pretty good. Didn't take too much effort. Just sent them off. Got a guy put them on, balance them for like 30 bucks. Also, I replaced the cover, so no more scratches there. Can't even tell. I did snap one bolt down here, I noticed. Luckily you can get it out from the back, but I have a whole mess of these bolts now, so I went ahead and put a new one in there. Got the stickers on to hide the shame. I do need to replace my turn signals though. I do have another set of these. Might do that. So I thought everything was fine, but then I felt a little bit of air right here. Okay, so I cracked the manifold or the collector, the Y pipe, whatever you want to call this bit, the mid pipe. So I'm going to have to get a new one and then have somebody weld this up for me. I know of a couple cool shops. There's one guy, KRS Fabrication in Florida. He does some pretty cool stuff. He's more into cars. He's got a Camaro like I do. I might just send this off and get him to weld that back for me, or find somebody to do that and save this, because otherwise it's fine. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to go ahead and buy a second one, because I found a couple pretty cheap, and I just need to find out which version mine is. So I'm going to pop off the muffler and see if it's got the cone or if it's just flat, and that'll tell me which one I need to get. Okay, so I got the exhaust off, and you can tell that this kind has the conical tip on it. And my other bike, the blue bike, I think someone has either cut this off or it's the other version. There's two types of exhaust, and the other one doesn't have the conical tip. I'm not 100% on that. Maybe you guys can help me out with the details, but I went ahead and ordered another mid pipe with conical tip on it, and looks pretty good. A little bit more corroded. Looks like it was an outside bike, but we should be able to polish it up okay. This one I'd like to save, so we'll see if we can get somebody to weld up that crack for me and keep on trucking with this one, and we'll just keep that as a spare. So just not sure if that happened actually on my crash or if this was maybe something from the previous owner, but I've only ever laid it down one time on the left side, so maybe the shock cracked it, but this bike has also been laid down on this side by the previous owner, so that could have just been a developing problem that got worse and worse. So we'll go ahead and address it. We'll take care of the exhaust leak, and we learned something today about the mid pipe, and the new exhaust for the blue bike should go together in a similar way. Hopefully this won't be too much of a difference, too much of a problem. We'll see. And those little hex bolts are really hard to get out, especially after so many miles and probably sitting outside a few times in the rain and getting wet. So I recommend putting a ton of WD-40 and PB Blaster all over this and tapping on it a few times. You can see I had to tap on it on the bottom one because it was extra stuck. And just take your time and don't snap the heads off, because you won't be able to get them out and you won't be able to use your muffler anymore. So just take your time, you'll be able to get it out. And now I know when I go to put the new manifold on, this should be easy to slip on and off. All right, back together. So no big deal. Learned something today. Put some grease on these threads, so it should be easy to get off in a couple weeks when I do this swap whenever I decide to do it, and then we'll be back 100%. And hopefully soon we'll do the plastics on this bike. I'd like to go ahead and do the front brakes. We have a master cylinder to change because this one is getting really cracked and that's really dark fluid in there. So I have a new one upstairs. We're going to do that and bleed the brakes. Still debating on whether or not I should get new lines. If I can get them, the OEM style, I will try to go ahead and get some new brake lines front and back, but we'll see what's available. And yeah, this bike's really coming along. You guys should have seen it when I first bought it. It was pretty bad. The gooseneck on the frame was completely trashed up here. So the frame seat, the bearing seats were completely trashed in there. So that frame was done. So we had to take this whole thing apart, swap it with a new frame from eBay, do the whole registration thing. And it's been a good bike though. We put a lot of miles on it. I got it when it had 14,000 and now it's got over 44,000. So we've done some trips on this girl, and really can't wait to get that new tank on. I've been dealing with this for years and I'd really like to get rid of that. So a couple more weeks and I think we'll have a new fresh bike for the summer, and then give me a couple more weeks and hopefully soon we'll get back here into the dungeon and get to the blue bike. I got the headlight on order, so that's going to be good. We'll have the original lighting front and rear. I found an original tail light. It's got an interesting modification I'll show you guys later, but we're going to try to make this bike, I think, as stock as possible. I might even go ahead and get the OEM turn signals on it. I've even got a box up here with some old crappy turn signals, and I have some of the originals in there. Yeah, so I might see if I can get those to work and maybe find a couple others, and we'll keep plugging away with that one. But I think that's all for today. At least we got this one together. Oil's changed, new covers on. Pretty much all the evidence of the oops is gone. So we'll just ride this one out this summer. Try out these new tires. Oh, and by the way, I went ahead and put a new set of Galfer. When I got these Galfer rotors, I got the Galfer pads. So I went ahead and put the Galfer pads in when I had the back wheel out when I was doing the tire. So fresh pads in the rear, and the front ones are about a year old. I was just lazy when I did the conversion and didn't bother to do the back. So we're all good there. And yeah, just keep on trucking. We'll talk to you later, guys. Thanks.